In today's video, I'll be making a working B52 nuclear bomber in Minecraft. The mod pack will be linked in the description, so this will also be on my Patreon. Anyways, let's get into the build. Okay, so I've been building the plane away, and this is really heavy because each of these copycat blocks is like 1,000 kilograms in the Minecraft mods. That makes everything really heavy. So if I just but I might have to put up quite a bit of thrusters in this area, which is supposed to be the bomb bay. So I guess I'm gonna see how to solve my thruster problem without having to change any configs. it back in the world because my game crashed somewhat. I'm happy it works still. I'm happy the plane didn't work, because sometimes when the game crashes, it says like the error code is essentially like entity rendered in world is the same ID as another entity, and that usually means you can't log back into your world. I haven't found a fix to that yet, but currently I guess what I'm doing is I'm smoothing out the wings because I really didn't like how that looked, and then now I'm just using mechanical bearings over here, so I'm just gonna finish that up. Maybe it makes the wings a bit wider. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know how I feel about this, because this is really long and looks kind of awkward. So I'm probably gonna shorten the entire thing. So it's probably gonna go up to there. Yeah. Anyway, it's time to continue the time lapse. Alright, so I've decided to start adding the blocks onto it. So I'm going to be using a mixture of the steel armor blocks from Crit Defense, and then the colored double steel armor blocks from the steel armor blocks mod. I don't know if I should put the bearings on the back as how I have them on the front, because I probably am. Then again, I also need to add more surface area. So there's been a lot of time lapses in this video, but actually before I do anything else, I want to see if this thing will fly, because I've not even tested that out yet. Most likely it doesn't have enough wing blocks to even generate so I'm going to count that as not a success. So that means the wings need to have actual wing blocks on them, so I'm gonna get to that. Alright, so I fixed it. I moved it. I made it shorter, which already looks a lot better. I've yet to add the bearings on. So if I get stuck going left, I'm not going to be able to ungo left. Alright, I think now I'm gonna put the bearings on this side now and then try to finish doing the wings with the copycats, so I'm gonna get into that. Alright, now that it's safely landed, I'm gonna add, and with that now, I'm gonna finish the plane. Alright, so what I've gone ahead and done is, well, finish the plane. And with the wings, I decided to use mechanical bearings to make them actually look good, because originally, this is very much different. I've had a couple iterations of the wings. Also, yay, I'm back to 7-Foot Ice Cream as my username. I've had a couple different variations of the wings, and the original variation, it was way too small. It went up to like right here and stopped. The next one went up to like here, which was way too long, and then I finally got it right, so I just used a couple mechanical bearings to make it actually look vertical. And each of these engines work, and I thought there was only 3 bombs that you could stick here. No, you can stick 9, so I had to add that. So yeah, and then the plane is essentially finished. So back here, we got the this is the bomb bay, or the business end of the bomber, and it won't open unless I turn it on. So let me do that real quick. We have to turn the engine on after I disable stress. Kinetics, disable stress, and now that the engine's on, we can go over here and we can press the down arrow. It should open up the. Oh no, I haven't linked the controller. I'm sorry, I just woke up. I'm forgetting things. Anyways, so yeah, now that I've actually linked the controller, we can open up the bomb bay the wrong way. So essentially, the bomb bay will open up, and then we have the B52 bomb. And now here's the thing: there's a couple versions of this bomb. I actually need to spawn it over here on wood because it has. I'll show you in a second. So here's the first version. You see it has grass. So essentially if I lift this up over here, and these are just the Create Big Cannon's highly explosive shells with a wired fuse, which means they activate with redstone. So if I drop the bomb, it's gonna go down, and then it's gonna activate, and boom, boom, boom. And that's a pretty big explosion for one bomb. So what I did is I used VMod to scale them down. So now this is how big they are, so you can fit a lot more of these inside the B52. So it works the same as the other one. It falls, it goes down, and then boom, boom, boom. Except I feel like that was bigger. But yeah, so that's that. And then the thing is, the B52, this will not fly. It's not able to fly because I cheated. I gave in to it. I didn't make a data pack. I found an existing data pack. I put it here on screen. The user that made this data pack gets full credit to the one I made. All I did was just change the block weights to 10 kilograms from the 125 ones they were. So yeah, the person here gets the full credit for the data pack. I just modified some settings. And yeah, so that's the B52, I guess. Let's see. Yep, that's the B52. I guess it's done. I guess it's kind of done because it can fly, and then I've had to do some upgrading. I've had to fix the F-18 a bit because of the weight. Now it's super fast, like really fast. So that's maybe a future video, I guess. Anyways, this is I guess this is the B52 now. I could demonstrate its bombing or something, I guess. I don't know. Let's do that after I add the data pack to this world, because currently everything is 1,000 kilograms, which is way too much. So I'm at the data pack, then we can do some bombing. Alright, so one thing I learned the hard way about the data pack, it's the hard way because I thought it wasn't working and it was working, is that essentially the copycat layers, it's 10 kilograms now, as you can see right there. The mass, it says 10 kilograms when it was 1,000. But you have to reload your entire game, so you put the data pack in the world, and then you have to reload your Minecraft, so close out and then reopen it, which is a bit annoying, but that's just a limit of Valkyrians, guys. I'm going to be leaving a link in the description to my mod pack and the original ones, because the original one, the owner takes full credit of mine because, well, I just changed some settings in the file. Anyways, essentially, I've already loaded up the plane with the bombs, but how you would do that is you turn the valve, it turns this way, and then these are the bombs. They're very small and simple. Small, simple bombs. I use the tool gun to scale it down. So they have a filter detected for grass, so they won't blow up inside the plane. And then I can just drop them in here, and then when I open the bomb bay, all bombs will break loose, I guess. Now, I guess I'm gonna demonstrate the bombs of the plane. Alright, so it's a bit slow at first because it has to pick up speed. As we can see in the top left corner, it's the miles a second, or the meters a second, because every block is like 3 meters or something, or a meter. Essentially, that's how fast we're going. Now we're on 30 blocks. So essentially, we're on pickup speed. Then we're gonna, we're picking up speed, and now we're able to retract the landing gear. And then now we're essentially flying. Now I'm gonna try to drop the bombs over this village over here. So we're gonna open it up, and then where are the bombs? There are the bombs. You see them? They just got flung out the back here. I'm gonna try to fly over there to show y'all. Yep. See there's where the bombs landed. See? Right there. That's where the bombs landed. Yep. A little far from the village, but oh well. And there's also the side wings, the pylons, mount the pylons on the side, which is pretty cool because then we can do stuff like this. We can just like drop a bunch of bombs. That's 6 bombs that just got dropped. That's a lot of damage. So that's that. Then there's other pylons that do other stuff also, so I don't really feel the need in showing all that. But yeah, that's the B52 so far. Now, I don't even know, I think it's done actually. I don't think there's anything else I have to add. And I know what I have to add. I have to add the nuclear bomb, because this thing is nuclear capable. I've made a couple nuclear things, like an ICBM in the past, and since I made the ICBM around Christmas time, I was very, very tempted to make it a Christmas tree. So what I actually noticed is that the plane with the B52, the bombs actually weigh it down. Cause here, let me grab the bombs again. So they use a gold block as counterweight. Now in theory, they could actually just use any block that's heavy, like stone maybe, or iron. Let's see, how much does stone weigh? Could use stone because that's more heavy than all this combined. Let's see. No, maybe it has to be iron. So essentially, since that's a gold block, it's actually, because I was flying the plane, and when I dropped these bombs, it was really slow. But when they came out of the plane, it just like kind of like zoomed, like actually went a lot faster. So that's something to, I guess, keep in mind, that this plane actually has a max takeoff weight, which I find funny because the real life counterpart has that also. Anyways, I probably should have expected that. This is some very cool mods, so it most likely does that. Anyways, that'll be it for today's video. This is actually my last this is my first video this year. It's gonna be right after it's gonna be January 2nd, I believe, that I released this video. Anyways, this will be on my Patreon, link in description. So will the original data pack for this. Anyways, make sure you like, subscribe, and I'll see you in another one. Goodbye.